Hello everyone, it's indeed inspiring to see you back again, and we are here in this Business Analyst Series. We are going to help you with step-by-step journey to learn and develop your skills as a business analyst. Here, you will learn a lot about how to interact with client, how to capture the user stories, how to document them and produce BRDs and SRS, how you can do the data modeling part, UML modeling, software methodologies, Agile, Scrum and DevOps, so many and so much things to learn. So I insist you to go through this particular series and get an advantage on Business Analyst. Now, if you see the comparison, BRD versus SRS, so business requirement documents and SRS, obviously these are the two primary things we need before we actually start developing an application. But they have a different purpose. How? Let's start from the purpose itself. So BRD is a document that outlines the business needs, objectives, and high-level requirements of a project. So what is the focus over here? The focus over here is that it is going to identify the business needs, objectives, and high-level requirements. This is what is the objective. And then moving further, it focuses on business perspectives and overall goal of this of what software should achieve. This is what is BRD. But software requirement specification is a detailed document that defines the functional and non-functional requirements of the software, and it provides a comprehensive and precise description of what the software should do. So now BRD is basically for whom? Those who are the business owners. They're more interested in that what exactly is going to achieve with this particular software. But how the software is going to work on that particular thing is more in a more detailed manner written in the SRS. Moving forward, audience, like who is going to use it? The BRD is going to use or first prepared by analysts, product managers, and stakeholders. So as a business analyst, you'll have to work with product managers and other stakeholders who have got vested interest into that particular project. They will be there. Like it can be stakeholders, decision makers, and the purpose is that they should get a clear understanding of what the project is about to be. SRS, if you see, is prepared by the software architects, developers, and analysts. So analysts come here also. Like analysts are there during the BRD preparation as well, and analysts are here during the SRS preparation as well. So at both the cases, the analysts are present. But it is meant for, SRS is meant for the development team, designers, programmers, testers, because they need to understand the technical aspect of the software. So SRS is meant for them. Moving forward, scope. Scope of BRD, overall project scope, high-level features, objectives, success criteria. Okay, so it is providing a context for the software development. So context and idea, it is giving a clear-cut idea. But SRS dives deeper into the project and it provides a detailed description of specific functionalities, user interactions, system behavior, and constraints. Okay, so like there's a difference between, for example, okay, like we have to prepare food, and while preparing, we have to prepare, let's say, lemon rice. So now this is like a BRD. Okay, lemon rice needs to be prepared, but SRS will be having, okay, so which rice, like the what is the quality or name of that particular rice, and okay, so how many lemons to be put, and what is the process? Like, what first do we need to do? Do we need to boil some water first? Do we need to then put the rice onto them? And do we need to have some cooking oil and maybe other items ready? So this much detail we go into SRS. Okay, but BRD is like, yes, we need rice. It should be lemon rice. It should be tasty, and the guest should be happy. So BRD is like that. The objective is ultimately to make the guests happy. But SRS will more look into, okay, how step by step things are going to happen. So SRS goes into that particular detail. Let us move ahead. Okay. Level of detail. BRD is less detailed as compared to SRS, and it focuses more on what and why. It focuses more on what and why. And SRS is highly detailed, providing a complete blueprint of the software system, including user interface design, data flow, data structures, and more, like whatever details you can put that is present in the SRS. Let's move ahead. Now, timing. BRD is created in the early stages. When you initiated the discussion with customer client at that particular time, you must have noted down the use cases or the user stories, and based upon that, you will create a BRD. Okay, early stages of the project. Project will has not yet started. So it is requirement gathering phase, requirement analysis phase. At that particular time only, you are creating BRD. But SRS, it is created after the BRD is created, because you will refer the BRD, then only you are going to create SRS. SRS you will create with the help of your technical team also. So this is design and planning phase. Now understand phases. So there are different phases. Okay, and these particular phases, if you see, they are basically, initially, we have communication phase where we have requirement gathering and analyzing the requirement phase, first phase. Okay. Then we have design and planning phase. After that, we have design and planning phase. Okay. So this design and planning phase comes with what? This design and planning phase comes with you need to have SRS. Okay. Otherwise, you won't be able to do that. So design and planning comes in the SRS only. Now, moving forward, changes and updates. So BRD once created, we don't do much changes. They are done. Because if you see that, if you will keep on changing the business requirements, okay, SRS is will not remain valid if you keep on changing the BRD. So you need to basically stick to whatever points are discussed in the BRD. You need to stick to that, and then you have to create the SRS. But SRS can get changed. Okay, why? Because when basically you are working on SRS at that particular point of time, you have not started the implementation. Once you will start, once the team is going to start the implementation, then more detailing would come. So SRS can change from this point of time to the upcoming time. There's a possibility. So to summarize, so BRD basically sets a context and a business objective for the project, while the SRS provides the technical details of how the software will fulfill those objectives. But both of these documents are very, very important at the beginning to the development team who is actually developing that software or application as per the business requirements which are given. So this was basically comparison of how the SRS and the BRD, they are similar or they are different. Now let us go through some template. So here we have two templates. One is BRD template, another is SRS template. So this sample BRD document, okay, so it has got logo, then name of the agency, complete file properties to populate fields on this page, project name, business requirement document template. So that we can remove this. Who is preparing and prepared for whom, date submitted, project sponsor, client acceptor, project manager, document number, security classification is low, version is 0.1, last updated, created date. Then we have table of contents. Then we have table of contents over here. Now, the way we have discussed in the presentation, it is a brief thing. This is a specific one provided by one of the templates. So here you can see that under introduction, it has got more sections. 10 sections are there. Document purpose, intended audience, project background, purpose of the business requirement, business goals and objectives, benefits, stakeholders, dependencies. So these things are given over here. Okay. Moving further, then requirement scope, in scope, out of scope. So what is within the scope and what is out of the scope? Functional requirements, actor profile, essential use case diagrams. So here you can see use case diagrams come into picture. Essential use case specifications, hierarchy diagram, functional definition of reports, business rules, then data requirement, data architecture, domain class diagram, entity relationship diagram. So a lot of diagrams come into picture when we are working with the BRD. A lot of diagrams come into picture. Okay, the non-functional requirements are there. So security requirement is a non-functional requirement because that is not a business requirement, but that is required by the software, that is required by the application. So non-functional authentication, authorization, the business doesn't need it, but it is requirement of the application security itself, that user security itself. Okay, so non-functional requirements. Interface requirements, interface where like how interactions are going to happen between one system and the other, or the user and the system. So interface requirements, business glossary, then certain other categories. So you can go through it, like with description it is written. You can work upon it, and by referring to this, you can work on the BRD. Now, this is SRS template. Once again, I'm saying these are templates. Like, it is not necessary that you have to follow this only. You can have your own. You can create your own. And as of now, you can create a simpler one, because we should always make things simpler, not complex. Okay, things automatically become complex. So start with a simpler template, and as per the need, keep on adding, keep on adding, keep on adding the information, gathering the information and adding the information in the template. Okay, this is SRS, a particular template of SRS, general information recommendations. Recommendations. This template is used in the framework of PBL methodology. Okay, then revision history. Okay, then TOC, table of content. It is over. Then actual content starts from here. Okay, purpose, scope, overview, definitions, acronyms, and abbreviations. So actual purpose starts from here. Okay. If you like this video, please do share it with your friends and those who need it. And don't forget to press the bell icon and also subscribe to our channel so that you can get all the videos notifications readily in your account.